Hello. This is Mickey Wright, and I'm a small business coach, and I help small business owners to be able to increase their income and create more time freedom through hiring, training, and leadership development. And today I am excited to be here because I'm going to talk about 4 ways to increase your income. And usually that's a topic that people really enjoy. So the first way that I'm going to talk about is what usually, the conversation goes, I need more clients. And while that can be very true, and we definitely want to keep the marketing machine going at all times, that's not the only way to increase our income. So I want to go over 3 more ways. But the first one, in terms of adding more clients, is like that definitely can be a great strategy, especially when you're getting started. You want to, know how many clients that you want and be able to, as I say, fill your Ferris wheel seats, which is a theory that I teach. But in order to grow and to continue growing, it's like there comes a point where some of the other things may need to come into play, and it may be that you don't need to continue to get new clients. One of the challenges that I've seen is that we sometimes have a leaky bucket, is what I call it, where there's people coming in our funnel or into our business, but they're leaking back out through the holes just as fast as they're coming in. And so a lot of times it's about taking it to another level where we're actually retaining those clients and looking at the number 2 way to increase your income. I'm just going to make sure I kind of go in order here, is taking care of your existing clients. Taking care of them meaning keeping them coming back. That's ideal. But in addition, are you offering services or products that may enhance their visit, may enhance their experience with you and your business? So add-on services, add-on products, and doing things that where they'll actually end up spending more, but they're actually ending up getting more as well. So it really is exchanging that value and increasing their experience, because a lot of times what will differentiate you from your competitors is being able to create a great experience. And that was our experience with Fabulous Finishes Salon and Day Spa. It's like we strive to have a really exceptional experience where people wanted to come back. They couldn't wait to come back. They couldn't wait to tell their friends. And so when you put those things in your business with your existing clients, when you continue the marketing machines, like, you're going to increase your income, and you're going to hopefully get to a point where you're bursting at the seams. So the third way to increase your income is the frequency of visitation. When the clients come back more frequent, it's like it will increase your income. And so I spoke with a owner earlier today, and we were talking about changes and shifts that have been made, really specifically within the beauty industry, where people are just coming a little less frequently. And it's easy to get bogged down. It's like, oh, I'm not doing as many people as I used to do. This is happening, that's happening. But the bottom line is when people space out their appointments, if they were coming every 2 weeks and they start coming every 6 weeks, you typically just need more clients to fill in those spaces so that you will have a full book of work, or a full business if it's a different type of business, that it's not a service business. But you may need more clients to come in to fill in those cycles. But if you can keep those clients coming in on a regular basis, it makes it so that you will generate more income. So if they come into your business, say every 6 weeks, they'll come 8 times a year. And if we reverse that, and it's like they stretch out their appointments or visits, so they're not coming every 6 weeks, they're actually coming every 8 weeks. They are only coming 6 times, 6 visits during that year. And so the difference between 8 visits and 6 visits may or may not seem very much, but when you start to look at, what's your average client spend, what's your average ticket, and you start to multiply that by the number of clients that you have, and then multiply that by 2 visits a year, it can be huge in terms of, a loss for your business or an increase for your business as you start to put those systems in place that get them coming back in on a regular basis, so they're ready and excited and on schedule for what I call kind of working your program. It's like you have to set it up so that your business will benefit you. And so those are some of the top three ways to increase your business. And all of those will get you to a point where you're busy, where you're growing, where you will need to, at some point, expand or kind of contract. And so one of the things that we do sometimes is resist the growth, because it's like we're not sure what growing looks like and what getting help may look like. And the fourth thing that I want to share with you is leverage. And it's taking your talents and expanding them. It's taking whatever job it is and having more people involved with it. And so leverage could look like you have a room where there are chairs set up for a meeting or something like that. And at the end of the meeting, everyone leaves and there's one person left to kind of clean up and fold up, say, 50 chairs. However, if you had a team of like 5 people, it's like that would mean, 10 chairs per person. But if you took that same, crowd of people, maybe there were 50 people there and each one of them grabbed a chair, it's like it's done in an instant. That's the power of leverage. I have my best friend actually is from a large family, and it's like, it's like with moving or setting up something, it's like you can have, the family do a couple trips and everything is all done because there's so many. And so that's what I want to share with you today is about leverage and about taking your time and talents and leveraging them so that you increase your income. And with that, the increase comes in a couple different ways. It can come in a couple different ways. One is that you add someone to kind of duplicate yourself. It's like they do a similar service or the same type of service, and you're able to have your income while you're doing your services or you're, selling or whatever it is that you do in your business. And someone else is there with you and they're doing the same thing. And so in terms of the income for the business, that doubles. And of course, they're going to take some of it home for themselves, but you're also going to increase your income because you're getting some portion of that income that they're generating. And that doesn't add more time to your day or more structure or stress or any of those kind of things because someone else is doing it. It could come in the form of having an assistant. I always liked working with an assistant, at least once I got to a certain point, because I knew that even if I could do the number of clients that I wanted to do, it was really tiring and physically draining, and that I could do it better, longer if I had someone to help me. And so hiring an assistant to do technical support is awesome. But then there's the other side of things. What about the time that you spend on administrative tasks or things like social media or things like getting your newsletter out? I spoke with an owner a while back, and she was really clear with her numbers as far as how much per hour that her business needed to generate to reach their goals. And then she proceeded to tell me that she was working on her own website. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's like, you're generating X on the generating side and you're spending your time doing something that takes you forever because you're not very proficient with it. And you could hire someone for much less to actually be able to take care of that task and get it done more efficiently, faster, better, all of those things. And so all of that fits into leverage. When I opened, I guess what you could say is my second salon, part of it was that I was working in the salon all day, and then I was going home at night and I was addressing packages to go out for training that was being delivered by video at that time. So it was a little while ago, but I would work all day and then go home at night and get everything ready. And I just figured if I could work all day and have a receptionist or someone to assist me and get all of that stuff done during the day, I could go home and have a night. And so that was what I did. And so it really was a great move to have some help with that and be able to focus on what I was doing and be able to have some free time, because that is so vital to our business success as well. It's like we have to take care of ourselves and include that in the equation. We can't work 24/7 and think that it's going to last forever. We will wear ourselves out. So that's what I see as the ways to increase your business and to increase your income. So just to recap, getting more clients is a number one thing that comes to mind, but maybe it's not that you need more clients. Maybe you need to keep them and maybe keep them coming back on a more regular basis, which is one of the reasons that I really teach and preach, I guess you could say, rebooking and getting people scheduled ahead of time before they leave, so that you have that already set up and have an established pattern. Add-on services, that was our number 2 thing. I skipped ahead to number 3 with the frequency of visits, but add-on services can be really, really key, and it really just should help enhance your guest experience for the customer as well as for you, and it will increase your income as well. And then the 4th thing is leverage. And so when I talk about leverage and we talk about, adding people to our business, sometimes it gets a little scary. And I just want to say, if you're at a point where you think that, any of these things may be helpful to you, it's like, I'm happy to meet with you. And I want to invite you to join. It's like we are having a Creating Your Dream Team virtual coaching program. It will start next Tuesday, which is April the 3rd. And we will meet, it'll be for over a 2-month period. We meet 3 times a month. So weeks 1, 2, and 3 of the month of April, and weeks 1, 2, and 3 of the month of May. And what we'll cover during that time are some of the things that may be stopping you, which one of them may be in the back of your head or maybe in the front of your head. Can I afford to have someone help me? And so we'll address that. And some of the other things, maybe you've had some hiring disasters in the past. I definitely have had my share and continued on, and have learned some things that I'd love to share with you to help you get past that. We'll also go through, I have a proven 5-step hiring system that works really well, and I'll walk you through that, and it does about 90% of the weeding out for you, and which makes your life a lot simpler when you can actually have a process and a system in place. It will help you to grow tremendously, to be able to confidently hire people and bring them on. We'll also have some accountability with each other and some partnership, because sometimes it can feel like we're so alone as business owners that we're the only one going through it, and we will create some accountability and some support so that we can actually grow our businesses together. Finding good help. A lot of times I hear that as a big challenge, and so we'll go through some ways to do that. I've actually worked in recruiting, in addition to my own personal experiences and my own experiences coaching other business owners in terms of their hiring and developing their team. And a lot of times we get great people. We've done a great job with the hiring process, the recruiting and the finding and all that kind of good stuff. And then we don't have anything set up for them when they come. We don't set them up for success. And so what I say is that when people are left to their own devices, that they will quickly self-destruct. And so that typically happens, and I say maybe within a couple weeks or so. Hi there, looks like Ann is here. Good to see you, Ann. Welcome. And so we want to avoid self-destruction, and we want to avoid the sense that people come in and start to have a revolving door, because it is happy Easter to you too. It is terrible for morale. It's terrible for everything when you have a big revolving door, and then you have to start all over again, which is more time, more energy, more money, and all of those things. So I've put together this program so it will take care of getting you on track to bring on some great team members and be able to support you in increasing your income and being able to grow your business. One of the things that I see is that many times we have a vision that's much bigger than we can do by ourselves, but because of fear, because of not having systems, because of not knowing, we often limit ourselves and kind of squinch our big vision into a little bitty shell and keep ourselves small. So I want to encourage you to grow bigger, to increase not only your income, but if you're ready, to increase your team and to consider joining us. So you can visit Your Dream Team, Your Y-O-U-R Dream D-E-R-E-A-M Team TEAM.eventbrite.com, and Eventbrite is event, E-V-E-N-T, as in Tom, and then Bright, B-R-I-T-E, which is a little bit of a different spelling. So it's yourdreamteam.eventbrite.com. Check that out. If you have any questions, feel free to message me or give me a buzz. So I'll look forward to talking to you soon. Have a fabulous day. Again, I'm Mickey Wright, and I help small business owners to be able to increase their income and be able to create more time freedom by or through hiring, training, and leadership development. So take great care, and I will look forward to seeing you soon.